Hello guys, welcome to a new Get Rekt gaming news video, and yet again I have some spicy news for you guys. A lot of stuff on Witcher just dropped, CG Projekt Red news, a whole trilogy, new trilogy for the Witcher franchise, a new IP and a sequel for Cyberpunk 2077. Yes, you heard me right. I have tons of awesome news to talk about, so sit back, relax, enjoy, take a beverage and let's get on with the news. So guys, this news just dropped. I have major news on CG Projekt Red's future. They hold, I think, a financial call or something. They outlined a lot of the future of their company, what's going to happen with Witcher, a new IP that they're going to work on, and a sequel to Cyberpunk. Let's go over all the details. I have this stuff on Twitter. They dropped a few tweets with slides and images. Let's take a look at these images with the information. Long-term project outlook. I will probably put it on the screen. The Witcher, Sirius by the Molasses Flood, new Witcher Trilogy. So this is going to be a whole new trilogy. Canis Majoris by third party, so I think a different dev will work on that. A new IP, Project Hadar. We don't know what it is. Interesting. And then of course the Phantom Liberty DLC that they are working on, and Project Orion, which is in fact a sequel to Cyberpunk 2077. I am so happy that they are not abandoning this universe. It's so rich of lore. And I'm just happy that they are going full down with this stuff, as well as Witcher. And they are opening a new studio in America, so they have more manpower to handle all these projects. Now let's take a look at the first slide. Cyberpunk 2077 Phantom Liberty, a major story-driven expansion to Cyberpunk 2077. Current project is in the final stages of production. So we know that because the game is basically the expansion is basically releasing next year, so that's not a surprise. Developed by CG Projekt Red, team 350 plus currently involved with this expansion. So this is going to be a huge ass expansion, and of course we all know it's the last expansion that will use the old engine, the Red engine, because they are going to switch all their projects over to Unreal. Which will give far more possibilities. Unreal 5 is very powerful. I'm very happy that they made that switch, to be honest. The only question is, how are mods going to be involved with that? Can you mod Unreal 5 easily? Because they do have a modding scene, but we shall see. Project Sirius, a innovative take on the Witcher universe, telling a unforgettable story for existing Witcher fans and new audiences. Current project stage, pre-production, so they are in the pre-production phase, developed by the Molasses Flood, supported by CG Projekt Red. Currently 60 plus involved. So this is, I think, a standalone, Witcher game, and it is also apparently confirmed that this one will have some sort of multiplayer with it. I am very curious how this is going to be. They want to include multiplayer, by the way, in all of their new projects. I am not that hyped on that they want to shovel multiplayer in every project. I hope some stuff stays really like a lot single player and story driven, but we shall see how this is going to pack out for them. Then Project Polaris, a story driven open world RPG built on the legacy of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. So this is the actual sequel to next Witcher game, like the big Witcher game, shall I say. Current project stage pre-production at the moment, developed by CG Projekt Red, team 150 plus currently involved. That's already a pretty big team for pre-production. Beginning of a new Witcher Trilogy, so they want to make this a trilogy of new games. All 3 games aimed to be delivered within a 6-year period following the Polaris release. That is very ambitious. I don't know if they can... open world, by the way. So 3 big open world games like Witcher 3 in 6 years span of time. I'm very skeptical about that. This is some sort of estimate that they give maybe to the investors. I'm just already happy if we get a new open world Witcher game in the next 2-3 years. I'm already happy. They don't really mention multiplayer in this one, so maybe the multiplayer is only reside for Project Sirius instead of Polaris. We shall see. But it's clear that they want to focus on what makes The Witcher 3 great, because it's going to follow the same blueprint, RPG mechanics, I suppose, open world design, good side quests. Project Polaris is basically the big sequel for The Witcher 3. I don't know if it will include Geralt in any way, or that they will do a new protagonist. I think they will do a new protagonist with new Witchers, maybe even an all new cast of characters. I don't know if it will be with Ciri, and I don't know if it will be a prequel. That's all still a mystery. But we know now that they want to do a whole trilogy and a delivery time in 6 years. And there will be open world RPGs. Project Canis Majoris, story-driven, single-player open world RPG. So this also sounds to me without multiplayer. Set within the Witcher universe. So this is also a Witcher game next to Project Polaris. Contracted to be developed by a third-party studio led by ex-Witcher veterans. I don't know how this is going differ from the new Polaris project, because it's also story-driven, single-player, open-world RPG. So it's basically like Witcher 3 from the description, from what I'm seeing. Maybe I have my own speculation. Maybe Canis Majoris is a Witcher game that lets you make your own character. This is all speculation on my front. And that Project Polaris is more in the way of the old Witcher 3. You play as an established character, because that will span as a whole trilogy. So maybe it's something like that, because I really want to know what the difference is between this Canis Majoris project and Polaris project. And it's also going to be done by a third-party studio, so not in-house by CD Projekt themselves. I am open by the fact that they want to give the Witcher IP to a different studio. That's pretty cool. If you compare it to other studios like Bethesda, they are pretty protective, shall I say, of their IP. They are not going to give Elder Scrolls away to a different studio, or Fallout. They tried that with Obsidian and that went pretty well, but they internally had a fight or something because of the Metacritic score, I believe. It was not high enough, so that's why Obsidian didn't get bonuses or something, and that's why they got into a fight. There is no New Vegas 2. So I don't know if this is going to be like a New Vegas then, I suppose. I'm speculating about that fact that maybe we will be able to create our own Witcher, and that it's maybe training in a school or something. That's all the stuff I can come out with out of my head, I suppose. But this project is also very interesting, and I will of course update you guys if I hear more stuff. Then Project Orion, Cyberpunk 2077 sequel that will prove the full power and potential of the Cyberpunk universe. Developed by CG Projekt Red team. There is no other information than just that. Project Orion is just the sequel to Cyberpunk 2077. I don't know why they announced this already, because they still have to make all these Witcher games. And also the new IP, so they have their hands full at the moment. There's no percentage of how many people are already working on this. Maybe it's just to recruit people, I suppose. Maybe the new studio in America can work on this one, Project Orion. I think it's a smart move if they can have one team do the Witcher game, the trilogy, and then one team have doing Project Orion, Cyberpunk basically. One team does Cyberpunk, one team does Witcher, and then we can get one game like 2 years later maybe, so that we don't have to wait a long time. That would be maybe the smartest thing. I think it's a good thing if they set up this cross-development thing, that you have 2 projects at the same time. We shall see how this is going to pan out, if Project Orion will be like just stale and they won't do anything with it until the project Polaris is done, the new Witcher game. We shall see how that's going to pan out, but a sequel already to Cyberpunk, amazing, I'm in. Witcher, of course, too. I'm a big fan of The Witcher. You might have noticed my necklace. I always wear that stuff, so. And then, expanding with a third IP, Project Hadar. New standalone IP distinct from The Witcher and Cyberpunk 2077. Developed 100% internally. IP incubation since late 2021. Okay, so they have been thinking of this IP for a long time. Not a long time, from 2021. I read that wrong, sorry. Currently in conceptual phase by a small strike team. Okay, so this is all new stuff. We have no idea what this could be. I have no idea if this is a single player thing or a live service thing, multiplayer thing. There's basically nothing known on this. Just that they are going to do a new IP. Very interested what it's going to be. That's all I have towards all this CG Projekt Red stuff. We have a whole new Witcher Trilogy going to be done. A Cyberpunk sequel, Project Hadar, a new IP, and this Project Sirius in the Witcher universe with multiplayer. Maybe that one will have character customization, that you can make your own Witcher. I have no idea. And of course Phantom Liberty, which is coming out next year. Lots of stuff for CG Projekt Red. Let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this. Which project are you most excited for? A new Witcher or new Cyberpunk? Yeah, it's really looking very cool, especially the fact that they switched to Unreal 5, because that's going to help them a lot with the technical side, if you know what I mean. So that's all I have for today's video. What is the most exciting thing for you guys? The new Witcher, Cyberpunk? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you guys for watching, as always. Like this video, that would be amazing. Subscribe to my channel down below, that would be awesome. Visit my social medias in the links down below. And thank you guys for watching again. And I will see you guys in the next Get Rekt Gaming News video. Bye bye.